Shannon, 3 wins to start the season isn't a bad start.
Yeah, it's pretty enjoyable. We've been playing some pretty good footy over the 5 weeks, and we've just got to continue to keep playing that. We're putting on some pretty good pressure and moving the ball well, so that's our aim for the rest of the year.
Is there anything specific that's changed? I mean, a lot of personnel back, but is there the mood change, upbeat? Yeah,
certainly winning you get your confidence. I think that's how we're playing at the moment, playing some pretty confident footy, and everyone's having a crack at it as well, so people are playing their roles and trying to do their best for the side.
Has the game plan changed at all? Certainly if your forward pressure and the way the pressure with tackling seems to be a little bit different to last year.
Yeah, no, I don't think our game plan has changed as such. It's probably just our attitude, just the pressure that we try to put on the ball carrier, and also we're using the ball better as well. So I think that's just the simple thing that's changed.
Do you think they were flat in the first quarter? They only had, I think, 2 inside 50s when they came out.
I don't know if they were flat or not. It's just that we put some pretty good pressure on them and knocked it inside our 50s, so it made it pretty hard for them to get it out. And I think we kicked 5 goals and they didn't score, so it'd be nice if we kick a couple more as well to put sides away.
Is that the focus? Tackles inside 50?
Yeah, well, definitely. It's putting pressure on everywhere. I think that's the game now. You don't want anyone to have any space to be able to have time and use the footy, but especially if you can do it inside our 50, yeah, that helps.
Good to see Daniel Kerr. He was saying a couple of weeks ago he just felt he wasn't quite back, but he's getting close now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Kerry's coming along well. It's always going to take him just a few games just to get back, get the speed, but he's coming along really well and we're happy for that. So hopefully he keeps continuing along.
There's more options around the midfield as well. Matt Priddis was carrying a heavy load there for a while, but now there's 4 or 5 guys who can clear the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got Luke Shuey, Curry's back in there now, Scoot's doing a pretty good job, and also Embers and Rose on the midfield, so on the wings, so it's pretty good mix we've got there, and it's just playing confidence and winning the footy and using each other.
I think probably some people thought that maybe Andrew Embley was getting towards the end of his career, but he seems to have found a new lease of life.
Yeah, he has. He's really enjoying his footy at the moment. He had a good pre-season, and it's just good, and just shows that doesn't matter how old you are, you can keep improving your game and keep getting better. And Andrew's shown that, as is Coxie and Glassy even as well. So I'd expect them to keep going well.
Must be great to have Lecker's class back in the side.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so, a player of Lecker, yeah, it's great to have back in the side. He's always going to take a pretty hard defender on him, and he gives us a fair bit up forward, along with Josh Kennedy and Jack Darling and a few other blokes.
Must be confident for the boys against Essendon after his last effort.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, he's been playing well and he's played well against them. So it's just he'll go out there and try to do what he does every week, and that'll be great for his teammates and try to kick a few goals.
Good gauge on where you're at over the next month, isn't it? You've got some good opposition, which will be a good test for the team.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to play well, but it probably won't. Our attitude won't change as much as it has during the first 5 games. We just want to keep putting pressure on the ball carrier, keep using the ball well ourselves, and hopefully that'll play for the whole, I suppose, 120 minutes and get a win.
The use of the ball has changed dramatically.
Yeah, I think just a bit more composed and just understand a bit more about game situations and just using the open player, which is good, and that's just what you've got to do.
In the next 4 weeks, I guess, set up your season. I mean, at the halfway stage, or how do you see the next 4 weeks?
Yeah, well, obviously, they are pretty important, but every game is important. But next 4 weeks, guys coming up against some pretty good sides, so it'd be nice to win a few of them.
Jack Darling's form's been nothing short of sensational. It must be great when you can kick a 50-metre kick and someone like Jack will present up forward.
Yeah, he's excellent. He has a crack at the footy, which what he's done as a young kid and what he's doing now, and I think that just proves you back yourself in, be confident, have a go at the footy, and that's what JD's doing, and it's working for him.
You had a bit of a new look defence with a guy like Ash Smith in there yesterday. Do you think it'll be a really good test against Essendon, who have been up and flying so far this year, of the defence?
Yeah, well, they play a pretty good quick style of footy and use the ball pretty well, so certainly we'll have to try to stop them from moving the ball quickly from defence into our attack, but we'd be pretty confident with our backline, our structures, that would be able to hold up.
How did you see Ash's first game of the year?
It was actually pretty good from all reports. One-on-ones were pretty good and he used the footy quite well, and that's what we expect from everyone, but Ash coming in for young fellas was good of him.
You mentioned Matt Priddis as well, that he's been a workhorse when the club hasn't been going so well. He started the year just as well as anyone. Do you think he is a really underrated player around the comp?
I'd say he is, yes. You know what you're going to get from him every week, and it's always consistent standard, and he always creates a few options for us. So Pritter's been going really well, and he's not as flashy as some other players, but what he does is fantastic for us in and under.
Did you guys, some teams have struggled coming off the bye, but you guys seemed fit and firing straight away?
Yeah, we never really spoke about that. I suppose our training structures were pretty good. Warren Coфord, fitness bloke, had good structures in place, and we just want to go out there and keep doing what we've done in the past month and keep trying to have a crack.
What about your own form, Shannon? Are you dealing with the tag off halfback?
Yeah, a little bit, getting a little bit of attention, but that's just all part and parcel, and we've got a few blokes like Sammy Butler and Ash Smith on the weekend that are stepping up and getting a fair bit of footy, so it's fine, happy with that.
You signed a new deal a little while ago. You're really excited about the next few years?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Another 3 years, and Woosha is going well and all the club's going well, so I'm really happy to be here, and some good fishing here as well up north, so that tipped the scales.
Scales.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks guys. Cheers.